a whole packet of self-raising flour instead of plain flour, but if you choose to use plain flour, make sure you use yeast so they are nice and puffy. And then I add 1 cup or 2 cups of sugar, but depending on how sweet you want it to be. And then I go ahead and add salt, 1 teaspoon or half teaspoon of salt. And then what you want to do is just take a whisk or a wooden spoon or whatever, and then you're gonna mix the dry ingredient together until they are fully combined. And then depending on what you want to use, whether a wooden spoon or a whisk, you're gonna put 4 to 5 eggs in your dry ingredients, and you're gonna mix those eggs together and then combine all the flour and the eggs together. At this moment, I choose to use my stand mixer because I prefer the stand mixer than me doing it myself. But you can use a whisk or a wooden spoon if you prefer. At this point, I go ahead and add milk instead of water. I use milk because they will become nice and fresh instead of dry, because sometimes water makes them really dry, like they become like mabanzi instead of magwinyas. So this part I should have done it at the beginning of the video. Before you even mix all your ingredients together, just pour some oil, either vegetable oil or olive oil. I prefer olive oil, but at this point I didn't have any olive oil, so I used vegetable oil. And then you're gonna pour all of the oil into your pot until it's almost full. So continue mixing all the ingredients together until they're fully combined and you get that smooth texture. But you find that the dough is too hard, just add more milk and then mix together until it's fully combined. This is where I prefer the standing mixer because it mixes all those bumps, kills all those bumps for me, and then you get a nice smooth texture. Before I got the standing mixer, hubby used to do this bit for me. You need some muscles to mix. If you can mix it, good on you. So continue mixing all the ingredients together and then you get a nice smooth texture. But make sure that your dough is not too runny and not too hard. If you get a runny dough, I'll show you at the end what will happen if your mixture is too runny. So you need like a middle part where it's not too runny and not too hard at the same time. If you think that it's too runny, like mine here, it's a bit runny for me, so just add more flour and continue mixing until all the ingredients are mixed together. As you can see, mine is a bit runny. You do not want it to be that runny, so when it's like this, just add more flour and continue mixing until it becomes a little bit hard, but not really hard. Okay, perfect. This is now better. This is how I want it to be. And on the side, just take a small bowl and put like a little bit of oil in there, and the spoon that you're gonna use, put it inside the bowl. This is to avoid the mixture getting stuck on your spoon. So to test if the oil is really ready, you're gonna take like a small fork and just dip inside. If there's no bubbles or anything on your spoon, that means it's not ready at all. So my mixture here was ready. As you can see, you put some mixture inside, it comes back up. That's what you need. That's the kind of oil that you want. So you can use a spoon that you prefer, either big or small, it is up to you. And just make sure they cook until they're nice and golden brown. But sometimes they'll be gold outside, but inside they'll not be cooked. So make sure that you leave them a bit longer so they cook inside and outside. My friends were asking how I make them, so I thought let me just show you on the video. So if your mixture is really runny, this is what you're gonna get. Not nice and round at all, but just long tails. So make sure that it's not runny at all. And there you have it. We've got these nice brown gold magwinyas, and they're nice and soft inside. I'm just gonna take one of them at the minute and then just open it up so you can see what they're like inside. They're just nice and fluffy, and they can last even for days without going off. I mean, these are the nice and best guineas, trust me, that you ever test. I'm so tempted right now, so I'm just gonna take one and just bite so you can see what it's like when you bite it. Look at that, they're just nice and soft, really, really soft. If you use olive oil, you'll find that they don't have any oil on them. They're not really oily. That's why I prefer olive oil. I mean, I just took a bite on that one. Just look how nice and fluffy it is. Really, really fluffy. Look at that one. They're nice and fluffy, to be honest. Look at that. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and remember to subscribe to our channel for more videos. Thank you. Bye.